Hey everybody, and welcome back to Paper Mario for the N64. We've returned here to Jungle... No, I was gonna say Jungle Japes for a second. I actually don't know what the name of this jungle is. I just think it's the jungle of lava land, lava... Right, okay, so enough goofing around. Here we see all sorts of oddities, and a badge shop thing up there by the looks of things. And of course the oddities that I spoke of. Some of them will hurt you, some of them won't. That one doesn't hurt you, for example. But these do. Gimbario, if you will. It's a hurt plant. I see. That actually looks rather serious. Ah, well I won't be poisoned because I have the Feeling Fine badge on. So I will be immune to their poison. Basically, they'll just be like normal enemies. Let's see. I don't think they have any defense, so I can probably just go ahead and wail on them. See, there's the Feeling Fine badge in action. Jeez, look at that hurt animation. That looks pretty serious. They look like they're writhing and screaming, actually. That's pretty violent. Well, I suppose they're called hurt plants for a reason. Right. And are you an enemy over there, too? Because I'll fight you if you are. No, you're not. Okay. Right, so I believe a couple episodes back I mentioned something about Paper Mario's Sticker Star. Now that I've seen the game, and I haven't played all the way through, and in fact I haven't played it at all, but I have seen gameplay up to a certain point. Oh, hey, new enemy. I'll get back to what I was saying in a moment. These are ambushes. What does the M stand for? Oh, mobile. That's what it stands for, probably. More poisonous stuff. So basically they're a bit more powerful than the plants, but otherwise they're not going to give us any additional harm. Fair enough. Oh, hey, I forgot this thing was still in effect. Well, that's good to know. Ooh, lovely. Ha! That's sort of an interesting timing. Okay, so now that the fight's more or less over, we can actually go into... I like how they shuffle back and forth, by the way. That shuffling animation, I don't know why, but that's just so amusing to watch. Right, so Paper Mario Sticker Star. Now that I have a moment to actually talk about it. Having seen the gameplay that I have... I get the feeling that my suspicions about it being filled with gimmicks are true. Very extraordinarily true. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'll eventually be able to make my point eventually, but for now, plot must occur. I remember you, the one with the weight of the world on your... shoulders. How the heck did you get up there? You're a fish! Fish don't do things such as climb trees. Alright, alright, if you insist. I wonder if this works, actually. It does work! Alright, cool. You fell into their trap? So their trap involved you getting stuck in a tree? How'd that happen? Did they pull you up there with ropes? Are they that sophisticated? Same reason you did. I agree. You go that way and I'll go the other way. We can cover more ground that way. John Smith. Or Mario. Really? Is this island that remote? Okay. Oh, okay, right, alright, so she's a member of our party. Oh dear, that means new animation. Okay. I have just the dance move in mind for her. You'll see that in the next episode. Right, so in addition to belly flopping enemies, you can also squirt them with some sort of water move. Buzz. Not sure if you heard that, but that was my dryer a couple of rooms away. Anyway, now that we have her, and we demonstrate her power a bit, we could finally talk about what I was trying to say. So, Paper Mario Sticker Star. Having seen the gameplay that I have, it certainly lives up to the fact that the entire game is basically about stickers and paper. Which to me feels kind of off. I don't know why. I mean, the idea being that, oh, hey. The idea being that when you play a Paper Mario game, or at least the Paper Mario games that I'm playing at this very second, or 1000 Year Door, or whatever, the purpose of the paper was not that it was supposed to be gimmicked around it, rather than that the paper was supposed to be telling of the fact that it was supposed to feel like a storybook. So, to have an entire emphasis on the paper and stickers seems a bit strange to me, but I suppose there's worse things I can do. But alas, such things may have happened after all. I mean, I haven't played the game yet, and I've heard people talking about the game... Wait, hang on. Ah, but this creature doesn't have the seed like the rest of the flower creatures have. You betcha. Right, so as I was saying, I've heard mixed reviews on Sticker Star. Everything from it's a great game that needs to be played over and over again to god-awful. I've heard somebody actually say that the game actually made them physically ill because the game was that bad. So I got to wondering, is it really that bad? Is it really as bad as some people might say it is? Or what are the sort of things that make people think it's such a bad or sort of bizarre game to play? What the heck is he doing to that pole? So you have to put a stop to that sort of malarkey. But first of all, we have to figure out what these creatures are. So I looked at it, and of course the whole thing is obvious. The entire game makes it blatantly obvious that you are paper and there are stickers involved. In fact, I'm pretty sure every single character in the entire game mentions some fact about paper that's very different compared to what we're doing now. And while different isn't strange, it does sort of feel like it's constantly breaking the fourth wall, and not necessarily in a welcome way. I don't know. Skeptical is the correct word, is the word that I'm using to describe my actions. I mean, I haven't actually played the game yet, so I need to really do it to find out. Ah, you're summoning your leader. Hello there, Captain. Ow. Ooh, ow, okay, I need to heal myself. Well, no, I can only use that once per chapter, don't waste that here. Right, so what I was saying is that, that the gimmicks are quite prevalent in the game. And I know a lot of Paper Mario games are based on the entirety of gimmicks. Like, I mean, they were pretty, evident in the previous, Paper Mario games as well. Oh, I actually thought I was leaving the battle for a second. Okay, maybe on second thought this isn't a good idea. Right, let's take a moment here and... Coconuts. You know what, let's just go home right now. We can go home, heal ourselves, and I can talk more on the way there. So what I was saying was that, in addition to the gimmicks, one thing that I'm really not certain about as far as the game goes is sort of the lack of effort towards atmosphere that the game tried to go for. Like, in the previous Paper Mario games, they went out of your way to design different sorts of atmospheres. and they provided you different, like, towns and hubs, and entirely different, very creative designs for each of the people who are living there. One review I heard about Paper Mario Sticker Star was, "I hope you like Toads." Basically, what I've seen so far, and I really hope this isn't the case, I don't want to believe that Nintendo was that blatantly lazy, but I did hear that all the NPCs in the game were just Toads, and Toads without any sort of costumes or anything either, just Toads. I haven't played through the entirety of the game yet, but I really, really hope that's not the case, because as a designer of characters, comics, and all that sort of stuff, that sort of information just kills me. Okay, no time to screw around now. We have to fight you guys. Ha! I don't know why, but I love the way she attacks. Fighting with Sushi just feels so satisfying. But yeah, the lack of characters and creative ideas for character designs in Sticker Star is sort of discouraging, because one of the main things that attracted me to the Paper Mario series was the fact that it was the sort of thing that made you feel as though it wasn't just another normal world you were playing in, like another Mario game. It was a world to explore and advance in and discover. But Sticker Star, as far as I've seen, is solely based on the gimmicks, and that's part of the game. I'm sure there's a lot of people here who are going to be screaming no against me, and that I'm a terrible person for saying this. And maybe I am, because again, I haven't played the full game. Ooh. Ah, yes, I have 2 more slots to fill. There. So it's not so much me berating the game as me begging people to tell me otherwise, because if there's something otherly creative about the game that doesn't involve stickers or paper, I'd love to hear it. You know, something to immerse us in the world that we're supposed to be immersed in. Okay, I get the feeling I'm wandering in circles. I was probably supposed to go over there. For a second I wasn't paying attention, that actually caught me off guard. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be doing over here? See, I say all this stuff about exploration and stuff, but here I am, not knowing what I'm doing, even though I've played this game maybe 10 times throughout my history, and I should know this by now. And also, did I check over here? I probably did, and you guys are yelling at me. Yeah. That's probably where the letter came from, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going in circles again. I think that's the talk of Sticker Star had me distracted. Now, to be fair, Sticker Star, as far as I've heard, has some pretty creative ideas as far as its battle systems go. But that, I also have to call into question a little bit, too. Ah, this is where you want me to go, okay. Ooh, hey! I could use one of those. I know precisely who to use it on. Not you. Right, so the battle system of Sticker Star, from what I've heard, is based on using stickers. My thoughts are a little mixed on the subject, however, because as I understand it, you can only attack using the stickers. And when you battle, you don't get experience points. So, really, when you fight, you're not getting any experience, so you would probably be better off holding your stickers and waiting to fight the bosses of the game, from what I understand. There are exceptions, of course, because there are stickers held by, mini-bosses, I imagine, that when you fight them, you get them. But otherwise, I can imagine you would have no interest in actually fighting the enemies. So I've heard, anyway. I can't entirely say for sure, because I haven't played the game. I know somebody who has played the game. I know a few people who have played the game, and again, their reviews are mixed, as they said. So, for now, I'm not entirely sure what to believe. I don't plan on buying the game, that's for sure. Based on what I've seen, it doesn't look like the game I'd be interested in anyway. For the same reasons I already said, lack of creativity, character design, story, environments. A game's gotta have a good atmosphere to draw you in. Gameplay might be fun, but if you don't have a good atmosphere, well, that's not exactly what I'm here for a Paper Mario game. You've heard me rambling on and on about the random going-ons of Paper Mario. You've heard me doing that. I like doing that, but that's because it's fun. Almost as fun as the game itself. Take out the element, and you take out something that I'm interested in. Anyway, by now I think I'm probably just whining, and the audience must be quite sick of me by this point. 15 minutes. We can keep going. Oops. You know what, let's try out a new move here. Water block. This might be pretty useful right now. Got a cube of water to boost my defense briefly. Sure, let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so the timing is basically the same as Watts. So does that make me... Oh, okay, so doesn't... Is that sort of thing... Oh yes, it does in fact give me some defense, because as I noted, it actually protected me with 1 point of defense. Let's see how well this ends up going. Ah, that's much better. It does twice as much damage as a normal Quake hammer does. I think we'll be using this from now on. FP is usually easy to come by, and now that we have a Flower Saber badge, I can easily imagine it's being well worth the investment. So thank you, viewer, rather, who told me to invest in wearing that, because that, so far, has paid off tremendously. Right. Let's see. Here's a way we can go. Right up here. I can tell that whenever these bushes are colored like this, it's an enemy, so I'm not gonna bother. Ooh, that actually does damage. Is it actually possible to get killed by those things? I'd imagine so, but what a way to go, being killed by one of those smooch plants. Can you imagine? Whoa, Sushi, are you okay? Jeez. Actually, provided there aren't too many of you here, I want to test something. Mostly to clear inventory space, but I want to see... Ooh, first things first, I should heal my face. A very wise idea, I'd imagine. The next step would probably be to give myself some defense. But basically what I want to try to do here is use some of the coconuts that I have in my inventory, because quite frankly, it's starting to seem like a bad idea that I pick them all up. There are probably better items I can get in exchange for that. Right, so let's double dip that. Let's see how much damage these things actually do. Oh, not too bad. But we can more or less accomplish the same thing by just... Oh, Squirt, let's try this out. Squirt is another long-distance move, so I think this is pretty good too. The higher you hold A, the bigger she gets, and then up! But if you hold it up too high, she'll actually charge all the way back down. You have to start over. So the key is timing and seeing how well you can get that to power up, because if you get that pretty decently, you can get a pretty strong attack in there. And can you imagine the power that thing has against fire-based enemies? Whew. Sushi's the way to go in that sort of field. I mean, she's not very well remembered in the Paper Mario series, but I think as a partner she works pretty well. In fact, I'd go out of my way to say she's probably one of my favorites. Let's see. Yeah, we can go this way now. How do we do on time? Actually, you know what? Screw it, let's keep going. A little bit more content won't hurt, even if it is a little bit long of an episode. Besides, it'll give me a chance to rant about one last thing, and that is partners in the Paper Mario series. Now, I know that really, as of Super Paper Mario, they did away with partners entirely, and people generally say that it's probably for the best that they did, because In the games, you would wind up in excess of like 9 different partner players, and some people don't like having that many people in your party because you don't really even care about half of them. Like in Thousand Year Door, I can imagine some people only care about, say, like 3 or 4. And I know which ones they care about because those 3 or 4 happen to be very popular characters. Let's see, one of her biggest flaws is that she cannot do, she can't really hit them all at once unless she has like a supercharge attack that she can't get yet. So the problem is that leaves me a bit vulnerable. Granted, the Pretty Lucky Badge does come in handy. I'll probably want to get rid of those guys first, because doing this is actually quite annoying. There we go. Right. Here. Ah, right, because I'm below 5 HP, I can do quite a lot of damage now. Wow, you suck, dude. I'm sorry. Even these sentient fuzzy creatures are better at this than you, and you're supposed to be a trained tribesman. Ah, this is unnecessary. But partner characters. Even though they give you a lot of partners in this game and the next game that follow, I like that. I like having the option to pick between so many different characters and see how they interact with the world around them, and how they can fight with different, you know, styles. It's true that they sort of preserved that a little bit in Super Paper Mario, but let's face it, the pixels had no personality. You didn't care about them. You just wanted to have their abilities. Whereas in this game, their creative design and, you know, dialogue actually makes you give a crap. See, it's little things like this that really make me care about wanting to explore it, because not only am I in it for, you know, the environments, I'm in it for the people, the items, the things that happen. And that's one of the main appeals to me in the Paper Mario game. Which is why I'm extremely skeptical of Sticker Star. Again, I'm really hoping somebody in the comments can prove me wrong, to say that there is more to the game, or maybe if the things that I'm looking for aren't present, there are some other creative alternatives that, you know, are just as good. I always thought this thing was bombable, but apparently it's not. There's gotta be something to this, though. There has to be. Will they really just put this item in, this thing in here without any purpose or significance? The rock stands out way too much. I'm overthinking it, aren't I? Right, so I believe that'll do it for this episode. I've ranted on quite enough. I've spoken my fears and told you my opinions of Sticker Star and the Paper Mario series in general. If people want to prove me wrong, or can prove me wrong on my fears of Sticker Star, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say. Until then, everybody, this is Ardwick. Stay tuned and good night. I can't pause one like this. There we go.